Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Christine from the product marketing team at IP Fabric, and today we're going to dive into creating custom intent verification rules in IP Fabric to help you ensure that your network is behaving exactly as you expect it to. So, of course, we have many pre-built network verification rules out of the box, but we understand that your organization has unique requirements that you want to meet, and that's where our custom checks come in, right? We want to make it flexible so that this can look however you need it to. What I really like about them is that there's no huge learning curve. It doesn't take hours and hours to understand how to build your own checks. They're really simple to create, but incredibly effective. And you can use them to essentially set up a custom daily network audit that runs every time you take a snapshot of your network. We'll walk through an example together. And what we'll do is create a really simple rule to highlight SNMP communities with access lists applied so we can access that information at a glance. And I will give a shout out to one of our brilliant solution architects, Milan, who I have pinched this example off of. So thank you, Milan. Let's go. I'm just going to search for the information where I want to apply this rule. And here we have, yes, SNMP communities. And I'm going to go here and just filter that and see, yes, we have some information there. All right. So to add to these rules, here I'm going to just expand and see we have one rule applied already. But I'm going to click add to add my rule. And you do need to be specific about the rule names and descriptions, right? Because you're not going to be the only one using these. So I've already done some practice. So I'm just going to add my rule name as SNMP Communities ACL. And I want the colorized column to be the ACL column. So this one right here with our data in it that we're trying to analyze. Now, dashboard widgets. This, you can select multiple, and this determines where this information or this intent check is actually going to show up in your dashboard. So it should make sense, you want to group these in a consistent and logical manner. So I'm going to pick management consistency because that's where I would like to see it show up in my dashboard. And as for a description, once again, let's be specific as we might not be the only one using this rule. So we're going to stick to this verifies if the access list is applied to the SNMP community. And next, we're going to go to create the actual rule. Now, you do have the option to configure it like a default color. For this, I'm just going to keep it really simple. I just want SNMP communities with an access list applied to show up as green or successful, and without, I'm not going to call it an error, I'm not going to call it a warning, I'm just going to, say that this is info for me, that this column is empty or blank. So just to note that you can set that default color, we're not going to for this simple example. So for success, for green, yes, we're going to call that communities with ACL applied. And we're going to say that the ACL column is not empty. It's not empty. Okay, so that's our rule. And then for info for blue, we're going to say SNMP communities without any ACL applied. We are going to look for that column again, and we're going to say is empty. And as you can see, there's a lot more you can do here. This is a pretty simplistic example, but there's and all rules and a lot of options around your data that you can set. So you can build these rules to kind of be as specific as you want to. But I'm just going to go ahead and create that rule. And here we go, we can see that our rule has been applied. So let's quickly jump back to our dashboard to see if it's actually showing up there, because that's where we're going to, log into right first thing in the morning. There we go. We have our SNMP communities ACL rule, and we can actually see exactly which ones do and do not have that ACL applied, and we can click through and get our tabular view of that data. Very useful and impactful to create your own custom dashboard setup using custom intent rules.